Aloha fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at the Landshark from the Mega Construx Masters of the Universe collection from Mattel. You can see the set is comprised of the Landshark itself with battle armored Skeletor, and then we have Roboto in his more traditional toy color scheme. But I really like the picture on the front. That's really cool artwork kind of incorporating the toys, which I think is really neat. On the top here you have a picture of the two figures. Down here just your warnings and whatnot. Over here you have the name of the set in several different languages, and then a little pic of what is included. Another little pic over here, and then a nice picture of Roboto. And then on the back, again, you see what's included in the set. And it looks like there's a feature where you can actually move the Landshark to make the jaws open and close, which is pretty cool. And then down here you have a picture of a few of the other sets that are available. So, pretty standard packaging, but overall I like it a lot. Let's go ahead, get this built, and we'll take a closer look. So here's everything you get in the set. We'll start over here with Roboto, and they both come with these very basic little light green bases just so that they have something to stand on so they don't fall over. But Roboto looks pretty great. There's really a lot of detailing on him. You can see all the kind of robot parts painted on his arms. He's got the gears here. Now they are just painted on top of the torso. They're not inside, but I can understand that given how small these are. He's got a translucent chest. He's got a really nice head, really nice paint applications there for the visor. The mouth does open and close. Now, it's not tied to anything like the original toy. The head's just on a ball joint, but you can just go ahead and open and close that, which I think works really well. You have a swivel here at the shoulder as well as a hinge. You have a swivel and hinge at the elbow. You have a wrist rotation. And you can see over on this hand, he has the axe. Now, he does come with the other pieces, so you can switch these out. So there's the axe. He also comes with the gun, and you can see it's just a simple matter to pop out one and pop the other one in. And then he's also got the, claw hand. Now, the cool thing is that the gun does have a peg, so if you want him to just hold the gun in this hand, you certainly can. So you can have him use this as a gun and then have either the claw hand or the axe on the other hand, which I think works really well. You have a limited swivel here at the waist. You have a ball joint in the hip. And then you have kind of a 90-degree bend there in the knee. But again, really nice paint applications, really nicely detailed. I really like these little figures a lot. I've been a big fan of the Mega Construx figures for quite some time, and they're really doing some nice stuff with the Masters of the Universe figures. Now, we did get a Roboto previously in one of those figure collections, but that was his comic color scheme, and this is kind of the more traditional toy color scheme. I think this looks really, really sharp. I like this a lot. So next up, we will take a look at Battle Armored Skeletor. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, didn't we already have a Battle Armored Skeletor? Yes, we did. They had that small kind of pack with him and Panther, but that had a clean chest plate, while this one has battle damage. So because these toys are so small, they can't actually have the feature where the piece in the center kind of rotates around to show the different levels of battle damage. So what they've elected to do here is just give us a different Skeletor, this one having the battle damage, the previous one not having it. So that way, if you have both versions, you can kind of simulate before and after with getting battle damage done. Head looks pretty good. I feel like the green paint is off a little bit and is making it look a little weird. And he's got kind of a weird grin here. But for the most part, it looks pretty good. Nice red paint for the eyes. And again, head's on a ball joint, so a lot of movement there. He's really got all the same articulation as Roboto. You got the hinge and the rotation there in the shoulder. Hinge and rotation at the elbow. You have a wrist swivel. You have, again, limited waist swivel there, ball joint in the hip, and then 90 degrees in the knee. But again, really nice figure, really nice paint applications. And if you don't want to use this, you can take this battle plate off. I kind of wish he came with one of those little pegs they sometimes include so that he could maybe have the axe or something on his back. Unfortunately, that was not included, but the sword looks great, the axe looks great. Really nicely molded and detailed. So I absolutely love these little figures. I think they look absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and pop him back on his base so that we can zoom out and take a look at the Landshark. Now the Landshark looks fantastic. It's a tiny, compact little build, but they really did a nice job. I think it really works. You have these two giant cannons just like the original toy, and these can move up and down on both sides. The missiles don't really fire. I mean, if you really wanted, you could try to pull them out of there, but they're in pretty snug, so I would probably just leave them in. But if you wanted, you could try to pull those out, but you have a blaster over here, which again can rotate. The tank turrets here, they do move, and they're kind of connected so that if you were to move one, it will move the other one. And the way this works is if we open this up, you can kind of see, maybe you can see it better from this side, there's kind of a little piece right there that rotates around as you use the treads. And so that simulates the mouth chomping as you move along, which I think is really cool. I mean, the tank treads work great. It makes the mouth open and close. Of course, you can just open it on your own if you like. And this is not stickers. This is a painted piece here. These are all painted on the back here as well for the thrusters. And then you have these two, there's a piece here on the bottom and a piece on top for the teeth. And you can see they fit together really nicely, which I think is really cool. Now, if you want, you could use this area to kind of store weapons. So let's see, if we try to put Skeletor inside, actually riding. So if we take this off, and you can see you have these little control spots right here that you can actually kind of lift up, and then you can fit a figure right in here. So if I don't try to have him grab the two control sticks, and I just want to pop him in here, you can kind of see just sits right in there, and then you can kind of push these down. You can clip the hands on if you want. It can be a little difficult to get everything to line up, but he sits in there pretty well, and he looks good. Now, like I said, if you wanted to use this for weapon storage, you could. You could kind of pop these in here. You could even put the extra pieces for Roboto in there. Just an option. I mean, if you wanted to kind of chomp on enemies, you can certainly do that as well. But if you just want somewhere to kind of put those extra weapons, if you're just displaying this, that is an option. But if I dump those out and we grab Roboto here, you can have the shark chomp him. What I like to do is kind of put the head in this little area here, and then it can really chomp down on him. Of course, you can do it however you want. If you want him to kind of chomp down this way, you can do that too. So it's pretty big. It can't 100% swallow a figure. It's not that large, but you can get pretty much of the figure in there, and it really does just kind of look like he's chomping down on him, which is really fun. So I think this is a really great set. I think the Landshark looks fantastic. I think it's a good scale in relation to the characters. I think the treads work great. Really nice painted pieces here. The teeth are really fun. I like the way that it actually chomps when you move it along. I think that's really fun. I'm glad they were able to engineer that. The guns on the side look good. You have a little bit of movement there for those as well. They can go down about this far. That's kind of where they hit the top of the shark head. I kind of like to leave them at like a 45-degree angle. But you can go all the way up to here. That's kind of where they hit into the back. So you have a nice range of motion with those. And I think both of these figures are absolutely fantastic. Roboto is probably my favorite of the two, because I already had the one battle-armored Skeletor, but again, it is nice to get the chest plate with a different degree of battle damage, because that was kind of the gimmick of the original toy. But just the fact that he comes with all his interchangeable hands and everything, the paint applications are really sharp. I love this color scheme. The mouth opens and closes. It's a really great figure. Honestly, for 20 bucks, I think this is a really great set. There's a lot packed in here. Really, really great characters and figures. I think the vehicle's fantastic. I don't really have anything to complain about with this one. I think it's a slam dunk. Definitely worth picking up. If you've been collecting this line, I think this is definitely one you're going to want to add to your collection. I absolutely love it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.